Tony Khan's favourite colour must be red because I tell you what, he paints it red every week. 3 times a week. Woo! AW Dynamite, third lowest rating of the year. They are 2-0 down in the Wednesday Night Wars. Hell, there might be another one that magically escaped our grasp this year, but I tell you what, right, they've been defeated. No amount of black men and Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, MVP, Ricochet, I couldn't swear Strickland, they couldn't see off the decrepit white guys VCW of the 90s this week. It's another horrific showing from AEW Dynamite. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling. It was that bad. It got 2 down arrows. And I tell you what, it's horrific, man. We are down 17% from last week. That was 628,000 viewers. We are down to 523,000 viewers. So, again, that's 105,000 viewers down the drain. Just absolutely mental. We were also down 17% from the last 4 trailing weeks, which is only 5,000 more than what they did last week. But there is just a trend of AEW Dynamite. I mean, every company, let's not get to, every show that they put on, Dynamite, Collision, it is absolutely, there is just a downward trajectory. You look at the ratings, right, over the years. If you compare 2024 to 2023, quarter 1 is down 11%, quarter 2 is down 17%, quarter 3 is down 21%, and then quarter 4 so far, which obviously, we're still in quarter 4 of the year, it's down 25. I mean, if you keep going at those, they've lost to 25% of their audience this year. This year? I mean, Collision's lost 39. I mean, in terms of the quarters, Collision's lost 51% of their audience. It can't go on like that. It can. It is I mean, they need to. Tony Khan needs to regroup, man. We were promised Shane McMahon months ago, and what do we get? We get absolutely nothing. Nothing. Like, look at the state of the main event. Oh, Will Ospreay comes out with his shoulder taped up. Is that the best it's going to get, folks? Is that seriously as good as it's going to get? Now, in terms of competition, we touched on it earlier in the NXT ratings review. Of course, there was other important stuff going on that night. You had the Warriors against the Celtics on ESPN, which I believe is an NBA game. You then had 3 not Fox News primetime telecasts that were on, and the Challenge on MTV, and every single one of them outdrew Dynamite. Dynamite actually ranked 6th in primetime on cable. So again, there's ratings out there. Just Dynamite can't find them. Dynamite can get nowhere near them. Tony Khan has no idea how to unlock them. I mean, his idea of unlocking viewers is doing the same shite week in, week out. This Jon Moxley stuff is so fucking boring beyond belief. It is just them coming out and attacking a different set of jobbers each week. How does he think that Jon Moxley against Orange Cassidy is going to bring in the rate? It's the same over in that shite company as well, WWE. They do the same shit every week. And they don't change it. Every week, Carmelo Hayes and Andrade kill the ratings in their core. So do the women, but they just stick with them. It's the same here in Dynamite. They just seem to stick with shit, and I do not get it. Shelton Benjamin has been in the company 2 weeks, and he's got the highest clips back. No, Shelton Benjamin, fucking reel that in, get the fishing rod out. I mean, Bobby Lashley. You know what you do, right? You scrap this Jon Moxley takeover shite. You have Bobby Lashley against Jon Moxley and whatever shite pay-per-view's next, full gear. Tony Khan's full gear, and you have him win the belt. You strike while the iron is hot, folks. You don't look at what. Why in wrestling do we have to bed people in and tuck them in? Look at Joe Hendry. The guy was hot, goes to NXT. I don't think his stock's at an all-time low, but Jesus Christ, he's not as hot as what he once was. Carmelo Hayes, the exact same. Braun Breaker, look how much they fumbled the fucking ball with him. It's incredible. It's actually incredible. Like, why do they make Fatu and the Tammy Tonga Mongoloids? Why do they actually push them to the moon when none of them have an ounce of talent between them? But people who actually do, like Joe Hendry, like Carmelo Hayes, like Bobby Lashley, like why do you have to wait and bed all these guys in? And wrestling, man, you've got to be fast. Is it because it's we're the longest episodic, television show? Like, does Raw and WWE think that, and then AEW just follows the mold? What happened to the here and now, man? Live in the moment. Instead of this, let's wait till April before we actually do something with him. It's just a buried Raw earlier. Gunther, the ratings are down since he became champion. I don't want to hear Monday Night Football excuse. Fucking bring if someone's worthwhile as a champion, people will tune in. Anyway, we're going to move into the clips for Dynamite. Obviously, it was going head to head with NXT. We watched both shows. We did a Wednesday night war of our own, folks. So yeah, I mean, just to reiterate, this is the third lowest Dynamite of the year. The other lowest Dynamite was in June, and it did about what 500,000. That's second lowest, and then the other one for a couple of weeks ago against NXT. I can't even remember how low it was, but anyway, into the clips for AEW Dynamite. And number one, as we touched on earlier, Bobby Lashley and the Hurt Syndicate lay out their mission statement. 376,000 viewers. Bobby Lashley is so high here. So high in the clip. He is honestly, he has almost got more than the rest combined, which is absolutely insane. Like I said, push this guy to the moon. You've got to do it. 196,000 views for Ricochet and Will Hobbs against Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher. I've no idea how this did this rating, but it did. Coming in the third spot, we've got Cassidy and Allen against the Death Riders, Castagnoli and Pac. 171,000 viewers. AEW World Trios champs they are. This is supposed to be the main event feud. You know, the main event feud, which is, you know, Orange Cassidy against John Moxley. Darby Allin's involved there against Moxley's crew. And they can't even outdraw a tag team match with Ricochet and Will Hobbs. Oh, but Will Hobbs returned. No one cares about Will Hobbs. Alright, folks? No one cares. Fourth spot, this is a massive decrease. 66,000 views. On his quest to face MJF, could Adam Cole get past HOB's Malachi Black? 66,000 views. Listen to the way they were on his quest to face MJF. If Adam Cole or Malachi Black were worth a fucking damn, they would be at the start of this. It is what it is. Christian Cage and the Patriarchy tried to recruit Hook. 58,000 viewers. Damn. Then we've got sixth spot, 41,500 viewers. Fight Without Honor. The Learning Tree against the Conglomeration. Dead numbers. Hangman Adam Page tries to maim Jay White. 24,000 viewers. We are talking about a former world champion here and a guy that came in for Japan that apparently cuts the greatest promos of all time. 24,000 views. Steve Carino cut an exclusive on NXT and he's got double this. Double this. Steve Carino. A guy who I haven't heard in about 25 years. And then, last spot, Jamie Hayter and Penelope Ford finally clash. 72,000. Yeah, finally clash. I wouldn't describe it as finally clashing if 17,000 people want to see it. You know, Rock and John Cena finally clashed 12 years ago. Fucking they drew more than 17,000 viewers. That's for sure. That is the ratings for this show. It is absolutely awful. We're going to be back. We're going to pit NXT and AEW against each other and talk about it. But geezo, this show seemed bad when we watched it, and it's bad right now, man, looking at it. The third lowest of the year. And there's no excuse. I mean, Wednesday night is Dynamite. Wednesday night. It's their night. NXT came to town and smoked them yet again. With no main roster involvement. Just a bunch of guys in their mid-50s. Tragic. Anyway, till next time. Peace.